You're tuning in to the Black Hollywood Live Network, featuring news, interviews, and commentary on all things Black Hollywood. Hollywood redefined. From Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is Black Hollywood Live.
Fashion 411. Featuring the week's roundup of fashion news.
Black Hollywood Live. Hollywood redefined.
You're listening to Black Hollywood Live.
And now, the host for Black Hollywood Live,
Fashion 411.
Well, hello. We're here at Fashion 411 on Black Hollywood Live, and we are your number one iTunes weekly fashion recap.
Yes, we are.
And I am here with some wonderful guests and hosts. First, I'll introduce myself real quick. I'm your host, Erica Garcia Rojas, your spicy Latina born and raised in LA, who turned my love for fashion into a business, Rally Babe Apparel. I'm your girl for all things fashion and business. And across the table, we've got...
I'm your girl, Courtney Stewart, here hosting with Miss Erica Weekly. I'm your resident fashionista, shopaholic, shoeaholic, always bringing the consumer perspective.
And we've got a special guest today. Aubrey, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, everybody. My name is Aubrey Lutz, and I am a hairstylist extraordinaire, I'd like to say.
Yes, celebrity hairstylist.
I may have some opinions on,
He may.
on the panel today.
Have a few.
Yay! Aubrey is a co-owner of 3 salons here in Los Angeles and works with tons of celebrities, and we'll get more to that a little bit later. And our other host, Deanna, is out this week, but she'll be back next week. So let's get started, Courtney.
Jump right
with our
in.
who, what, where.
All right, who, what, where this week? We're trying to give you guys a little information on some of your must-have items for fall and where you can find them at all different price ranges. So we've got a little splurge/steal going on this week. Starting out, first up, must-have for fall, sweater skirts. Super in right now, very comfortable, great look. You can find them in almost any location. And right now we have, on the far left side, we have an M by Missoni cube knit skirt for $495. Then we have in the center, we have Catherine Malandrino for Design Nation, only at Kohl's, that wonderful Kohl's line that Catherine Malandrino did. And she's got a textured knit skirt there for only $37.50.
Very cute.
And on the far right here, we have a patterned H&M printed textured knit mini skirt for $17.95. So you can go as far as $500 or as low as almost just under $20 and get a similar look in the knit sweater skirts.
So cute.
So
I
cute.
want to run to Kohl's and get that Catherine Malandrino skirt.
I actually I love
It's
the
really cute.
print too, the black and white print for the H&M skirt, which was very cool.
Yeah.
And it's such a great look. It's hard though in California because I kind of feel like it doesn't give me the same vibe as if I was on the East Coast with my tights and my sweater skirt, but it's so adorable. It's a really great look for fall.
I think it's very California though, actually, because like in LA, people are
print,
always
for
wanting
sure.
to wear like skirts and stuff, that skirts and tights look. And like for us, it only gets maybe Kohl's is like in
like
the 50s.
50s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you feel like, ooh, it's fall, it's winter, I'm wearing my little
I can
skirt
wear my
and
skirt and my
tights,
shoes.
You know?
Right. And I like the print. I think it's very California.
Yes.
And for those
Very
of you listening on iTunes, don't forget to follow us on Instagram. We have all the photos on Instagram, and that's at BHL Fashion 411 on
Yes,
Instagram.
we'll have all those pictures up for you right after the show. So next up, a very important look for fall is the Tuxedo pant, which has been seen all over the place. And we've got 3 different options posted here. On the far left, we have a Saint Laurent leather trim tuxedo pant for $950, which is very sexy. Then we have a couple steals. We've got J. Crew's pixie pant with leather tuxedo stripe also for $168. And on the far right, we have Victoria's Secret has a tuxedo ankle pant for only $48.50. Both very similar looks. Great look for everybody. Flats, heels, all of it. Very, very sexy for fall. So you can check those out. Look up online, get a purchase. And last up, we have the leather skirt, which is for fall for all the time. Leather skirts are around and will be around forever.
Yeah.
So it's an awesome thing to invest in if you have the money to invest in, or if you want to go a little bit on the steal side, we got that for you too. On the far left, we have a Gucci black leather pencil skirt for $2,100. And then we have ASOS.com leather pencil skirt in the center there with pockets, which is nice for $160.18. And the next steal is a Zara synthetic leather pencil skirt on the far right there for $59. All very similar looks, look great together, and obviously price ranging from $50 all the way up to $2,000. So make your choices, ladies.
I feel like we've been seeing a lot of like the leather, like we talked
Oh,
about
yeah.
this throughout summer.
Through the summer and now.
Yeah, and it's just going to continue all into fall and winter.
For
so
sure.
no surprise that leather is it's here to stay.
It's here to stay
Yeah.
forever. I do think it's interesting that these are an interesting length, a little bit longer than we've kind of seen along the way, and it's sort of that a lot of them are going almost to the calf or mid calf, which is an interesting
different,
length.
yeah.
It's a very different length. So
Yeah.
not everybody can pull that length off. So
Not me. It's not something I'd ever wear.
that's a very cause
hard
that,
to walk into with the leather.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
At that length. Actually, one of my girls in the salons had leather overalls on the other day.
Ooh,
Super cute.
Leather overalls.
That's
Leather
sassy.
Overalls.
Wow.
Really cute.
Huh.
okay.
I like
That's
the skirts.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yep. So you keep it fresh and keep it new. Different lengths, overalls apparently.
Right.
Check them
Yeah.
out.
Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Cool. Thanks, Courtney. And so up next, we've got our Style Scoop, your weekly style and news update. So, all right. First up, we've got an interesting collaboration with MIA and Versace. That collaboration has just been confirmed between the outspoken recording artist MIA and Versace. Donatella Versace just revealed to Women's World Daily, quote, "I adore the energy of the street, so when MIA proposed to expose the issue of counterfeit Versace pieces by creating a collaboration inspired by these items, I thought it was an incredible idea. The collection represents all that I love of the new Versace. It's fast, it's noisy, it's brazen, and it blends the world of music with that of fashion. I can't wait to see it worn." So basically the collection is a collection inspired by the fake counterfeit Versace items, which is it's interesting. So the collection is going to consist of about 19 pieces for both men and women, t-shirts, outerwear, dresses, and printed jeans, all inspired by fake Versace items found in London. MIA is excited about this collaboration as well. She says, quote, "The theme of counterfeits of those that produce and sell them has always been part of the culture of MIA. When I was contacted by Versace, it seemed a great idea to invert the circle. Versace's designs have always been copied, so now it's Versace that copies that copies. So those that copy must copy the copies. So this will continue." That's what she said.
Brilliant. Why not?
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
an
So the
amazing-
collection's available beginning actually next week on October 16th.
Oh, cool.
Wow,
That's
very
cool. Yeah.
a crazy circle of craziness, but yeah, that's
And obviously
awesome.
at a price point that is.
Versace.
You know, Versace. Versace.
Yeah.
That's a cool idea.
Did any of you guys, I know we talked about this last week, watch the bio?
Of course.
Did you watch it? I never got a
On
chance to watch it.
Lifetime.
So on Lifetime this past Sunday, there was like a movie about Donatella Versace.
Yes, it
And-
was interesting.
And I wanted to see it.
I
haven't
DVR'd
seen
it. I DVR'd it, and I watched most of it. I mean, I couldn't really get through the whole thing,
Yeah.
but it was interesting.
Was it cheesy?
It was a Lifetime movie. I mean, it was a Lifetime
Yeah.
movie. Gina Gershon is great. I love her. She's forever amazing and wonderful to me. But yeah, I mean, obviously it wasn't meant to be like life's truth, but
Yeah.
it was dramatic and very. It gave you a little the energy of when she lost her brother and sort of their dynamic. And I didn't know much about their dynamic,
Yeah.
and I don't
And
know
how
how
she
much of
stepped
it was
in
truth
to-
and how she had to step
Yeah.
in and feeling less than and trying to step up and step into his shoes and getting the respect of the community around her was a challenge, and it drove her to do some things that weren't so great, and she had children that had to deal with that, and it was an
I
interesting
would totally
movie.
watch that.
I would
I
too.
love seeing documentaries like that.
Yeah, it's a great dramatization. So
Yeah,
it
yeah.
definitely wasn't all truth, but they did a good job. It was cute. It was
Nice.
Very
Nice.
cool.
entertaining.
All right. So up next, we've got Kate Moss and Topshop. So Kate Moss is back. After a few years off, Kate Moss has returned to Topshop with her new spring 2014 collection. She says, quote, "I have really missed being involved in the design process and working with the team at Topshop. Now, more than ever, with London being at the forefront of fashion, it feels like I'm back home working with Topshop."
Nice.
Yeah. We'll see her her
See her
items
stuff.
and her stuff again. Yeah.
Glad to have her back. I liked what she
I
did
hope,
previously.
I hope there's something interesting. I love Topshop in London and New York. I was just in Topshop the other day in LA, and it was,
It's different.
Is
yeah.
it?
It was kind of like a bit of a snore. I was hoping to be
yeah.
excited, like New York, and I know a lot of times they have this, same
Some
stuff.
stuff. Yeah.
But I was very bored with what they
Really?
had. Yeah.
I agree.
See, I'm not as familiar with Topshop because it isn't here as much. I know in Las Vegas they opened a big when I went there, and at Nordstrom's, and I've gotten a few items, but is it really that different than it is in London? Or?
In
I
New
think
York,
so.
yeah. I mean, in New York, I feel like Topshop is everything. Like you go in there, like it's just it's like
I go to New York, I go to Topshop.
Exactly.
There's always something to
And-
find.
Yeah.
and it's great to like look because they have so much stuff
Yeah.
at Topshop.
Yeah.
Like I feel like out here, it was kind of like it's the same way I felt when they brought H&M out here. When I go in H&M in New York, it's a whole nother page. When I come out here, it's kind of like the edited down to
Watered down version.
Yeah, I
and
think by the time it hits the West Coast, it's kind of the stepchild of,
yeah,
you know?
yes, the redheaded stepchild.
sucks.
Yeah, agreed.
Well,
Okay, we just have to
maybe
go to New York and shop.
Kate.
That's
yeah,
okay.
or that. Yeah.
It's more reason to travel.
Exactly.
Or
Go to
maybe
and
Kate
shop.
will bring some cool stuff back here on
Let's
our
hope so.
coast. All right. So next up, we've got another collaboration. Oh, actually, not a collaboration. Another tell-all kind of. So Jimmy Choo co-founder Tamara Mellon has just released a tell-all book, In My Shoes, of her experience starting the Jimmy Choo brand. She has some really interesting things to say about the company and some insight that's kind of brand new for fans of the luxury shoewear line. She says, quote, "The original idea was for Jimmy to design the collection and I would run the operations of the business. But it soon became very clear that Jimmy's skill wasn't in making shoes. He's a cobbler." She said that she didn't get one sketch from Jimmy while she was working with him. Ultimately, she ended up designing all the shoes herself while Choo actually put them together.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
Now that's the story. Okay.
They actually say
Great
that.
title, In My Shoes.
Yeah, and they
Yes.
say that when I was kind of doing some research on it, I
Yeah.
actually I ordered the book because I want to read it.
Yeah,
It
I
sounded
wanna read
really
that
interesting.
too.
As they say, there's a lot of things with like the business and the logistics and all that. It was like a whole story, I guess. I don't know.
Very cool.
So she would be viewed perhaps as the woman
Creator.
behind the man
Yeah,
kind of thing.
I think
Interesting how that to find out how that really manifested. I guess like if he
Yeah.
wasn't, how did he
Yeah.
end up? How did it end up being Jimmy Choo?
Yeah.
Right.
So to speak.
I know. I don't know the story behind it, so I'm interested to see.
We're all gonna have to get that book and find
Yeah.
In My
out.
Shoes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So up next, we've got another collaboration. It's with it's a new yet very popular contemporary plus size brand. Mint 1792 has collaborated with 5 full-figured bloggers on a collection launching November 1st. So the 5 lovely ladies tapped for the collection are Nicolette Mason of NicoletteMason.com, Allison Ting from CurvyGirlChic.com, Francetta Johnson of FrancettaJohnson.com, Kelly Brown of AndIGetDressed.com, and Nadia Abulson of NadiaAbulson.com. So the task was for each blogger to design a piece of outerwear that would stay true to the brand's commitment of great fit and great style and plus size items. And the prices are pretty affordable and range from $188 to $248.
Not bad.
Wait, they allowed the bloggers to design for the line? That's awesome.
Yeah, I thought that was a really cool idea, cool concept. I'd never heard of have you heard of the
I've heard
before?
of the line before, but I didn't know much about it
Yeah.
other than it was a plus size line. But that's pretty awesome to engage the bloggers like that because
great
that
concept.
community is constantly growing, especially in this country.
And it's good to get their perspective too.
Yes.
They're the ones blogging out there, researching for them to collaborate. It's genius.
That's true, because they're the ones out there on the forefront of what's going on in fashion. I think it's great being a plus size line that it's a contemporary plus size line. See, that's the thing that I hear a lot is that with plus size lines, they're more Missy, which is considered like kind of an older demographic. It's not so much of that really stylish, fashion forward. And Mint in 1792 is more of that contemporary. And to collaborate or align with bloggers is, Aubrey, like you said, it's
brilliant.
genius. Yeah,
It really
so.
is.
I thought that was great.
1792.
All right, so last here we've got about Canada's biggest clothing brand, Joe Fresh, is now available online. So previously only available in Canada at Loblaws and freestanding branded stores, the popular brand is now entering the 21st century with their new website and online offerings such as $12 tees, $19 cords, and $69 cashmere sweaters. So here in the U.S., we've actually been able to purchase this line at JCPenney stores, Joe Fresh. So, but now they're online as well, kind of similar to Forever 21 that just got online. So
Interesting.
Joe Fresh, I've never actually heard of them.
I only knew about them just because of the JCPenney thing, but I
Yeah.
had no idea that it was like this big brand in Canada at
it's
all.
huge. It's their number one clothing line out there in Canada, and I didn't know about them much either. But
Interesting.
yeah. And I figure, so part of me I want to check out JCPenney's because they're having a lot of interesting collaborations
Yeah.
with different lines like this and kind of get a sense of what's there. I've heard some good things.
And that
about
could be
them.
the JCPenney turnaround.
It's
you
Well,
hear
they've been
JCPenney and you're
trying.
like,
Yeah, they've been trying.
They've been trying for a
Yeah.
while. They had a whole bunch of new management ownership that
Yeah.
didn't.
They brought in like trying to do something with mango for a while,
Right.
and they were trying really hard. And the stores have actually all been, well, not
Upgraded.
all, but a lot of them have been upgraded. Because I don't know about you guys, but JCPenney was like smelly carpet to me.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
Oh,
exactly.
yeah.
all I think about is smelly carpet when I go to JCPenney.
When I hear JCPenney, I'm like, no.
Well, they have a lot of them have Sephoras inside, which is
Yeah.
actually kind of neat. That actually
Okay, well,
that
that'll-
brought me to.
That's what brought me back
Me
to
too.
JCPenney is that they have this huge like Sephora,
Sephora.
like beauty counters everywhere.
to go to JCPenney.
Yes, and now they have like white marble floors
Oh, really?
and things in different. I don't know if it's in all of them, but there's one at like South Coast Plaza and stuff that I was like, oh my god, this is not the JCPenney that I remembered at all. But I can buy lashes and everything
Really?
there now. It's great.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna
Very
go
cool.
check it out. Well, one of the things I know that they did is they tried to I think this was last year to make it so that every day was a sale day, so that there were no sales. So they
yeah.
actually lowered their pricing, but they didn't have any sales, and that completely bombed. It did not work.
Yeah.
They just found it just didn't work. So people like the sales, people like the coupons, people like feeling like they got that deal. So they got rid of that and brought it all back.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, there's excitement around a sale.
Yeah.
Yes, there is.
So if you don't see any for sale signs, it's kind of like, okay.
And what's
Even
going to
at a
bring
lower
you?
price point, it doesn't matter.
Yes.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And what's going to bring you into the store? A lot of times, what will bring you into a store, especially a department store, is like their big sale or like this 50% off coupon before 10 a.m. or
Yeah.
Exactly.
something.
Yeah.
Hence
know.
Macy's and their one-day sales that happen every
Every
other
day.
day.
And Penguin, one of my favorite brands, I go to Penguin
yeah.
because I get an email saying, hey, we're having this great sale.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
we need our sales, JCPenney.
We do. So they brought it back. So, all right. So now we'll take a little bit of time to kind of get to know our co-host here, Aubrey.
yes,
So
Mr.
why don't
Aubrey.
you just give us a little bit of kind of insight as to who you are, what you do, a little bit of background.
A little bit of background. If I keep babbling, just shut me off.
We love it.
so
We
it'll
want to
take
know
up all the time.
everything.
Background, well, as you can tell, I have an accent.
Yes.
So not from LA originally. I'm from South Africa.
Oh.
And I've been here for about 20 years. And I'm a hairstylist. I came here in 1993. I have 3 salons now, actually 2 salons and 1 academy. I co-owned with my husband. And we opened up our school in March of this year. Very exciting.
Yeah.
The salons keep me very busy. We have a location in Santa Monica at the beach, and then we have one in Hollywood. So it's nice to, LA's big enough to have a bit of
Spread
beach,
it out,
have a
yes,
bit of
'cause-
city as well. So salons keep me busy. I travel a lot for work. I do a lot of editorial. I also do a lot of teaching. I'm a well-lit-up artist, so I travel around the country a lot and teach and inspire people, which is very near and dear to my heart. And I do a lot of runway. In fact, tomorrow, LA Fashion Week.
Yes, it became.
14 shows tomorrow.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
14.
Quixote Studios tomorrow. So what we do, there's 5 runway shows and then installations as well. So live model installations. So that's amazing. So I do LA and New York every season, which is a lot of fun. And yeah, I love what I do.
Awesome.
I
That's
love
how it should
waking up
be.
every day. It doesn't feel like work. What's the Buddhist, when you don't know the difference between work and play, it's all just magic. That's me.
Awesome.
That's me. So yeah, that's a bit about me.
Well, where did that come from? You decided, were you in South Africa and you decided, I'm in college, I hate this, I want to do hair? How did that come from?
I did. Mother's watching this will probably kill me for saying this, but I dropped out of high school. And I just wanted to do something creative and went to a trade school in South Africa at 16. And I was like, what the hell am I going to do? I saw hairdressing and I was like, oh, that sounds like fun.
Wow.
And that was 25 years ago.
Oh my
And
gosh.
the more I do it, the more I love it. It's forever changing. It's fashion. So it doesn't stay the same, which is very exciting to me. And being part of an industry that moves fashion along, every season is exciting. So yeah, that's how I started.
Interesting.
Did you start out in South Africa or did you start doing hair here in the U.S.? And how long have you been here in the U.S.?
I've been here 20 years this year.
Okay.
And I started hairstyling in South Africa at 16. I did a 2-year apprenticeship program and started working in a salon and then moved out here a year later. So I really grew up, in the States, in LA.
Oh.
And got my fashion feet and my hairdressing grounding in the States, which has been amazing.
Well, what was that like when you came from South Africa? It's kind of pretty much starting out here
Yeah.
professionally. How did you sort of navigate those grounds and get in and really, I mean, because you've obviously blown up to have your own salons in Los Angeles
Thank you.
is amazing.
Yeah, it's it's been a journey like everything else. It's word of mouth. I started in a small salon in Santa Monica and worked on Montana Avenue, which it's now become what it is.
Yes.
Right, all these amazing
Shopping.
stores and
Yeah.
shopping,
Yeah.
and there was not much there in 1993, and just word of mouth, and being in Hollywood, everyone's somehow linked to the industry, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
Just got my breaks through, meeting directors and producers and being asked to come in on certain things and just kind of working my way up from there, really.
Okay.
All word of mouth. That's how it goes.
So if you're good and you're talented, the word gets out there.
That helps too. to know what you're doing. That helps too to know what you're doing. But yeah, the word gets out, and just one project leads to another, and that's how you end up where I am today.
And how long have you had your like? What made you decide to kind of go into like just doing the hairstyling for runways to actually having your own salon? Because that takes a little bit of the art away in the sense that you now have to run a business. And
Well,
what happened there?
Art and
Well,
commerce.
the salon came first. I was always dabbling and shoots and stuff, but the salon came first, going on for 9 years, and I co-owned it with my husband, so he runs the business. As I said earlier, our tagline is "He cuts the checks, I cut hair." So having him run our company frees me up to do the traveling, to do the runway and all of that. And I think it's great. I always tell, I have assistants and young artists that I train personally, and I always coach them into, have a strong foundation. Like find the salon, build your chair, have a solid foundation, and then the world's your oyster. Now that I have a base in LA, I can fly and go do runway, I can go do editorial. And, your clients love that. You come back, I just finished a TV show, and I was away for a month, you come back and your clients are like, okay, so what happened,
Yeah.
So it gets the clients excited as well. So salon came first, and that opened up a lot of doors. Being a salon owner. And the school was just a natural thing to come out of the salons as well.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah.
Like, why then
Why
a
the school?
Yeah.
Because we had so much spare time. We've had an education program. Both my husband and I are committed to our industry. We're committed to the next generation of stylists up and coming. And we've always had an education program in our salons.
Okay.
And it got to the point where, we're busting at the seams. We need space. We've got a good program going here. Let's take it to the next level. And that's how the school evolved.
And do those students end up working for you, or is it more just people that are interested in learning and then they
A bit of
work
both,
anywhere?
actually. They come licensed, so what we do, we take them, because when they come out of school,
Yeah.
any industry that you're in, no one's ready.
Yes.
So we take them licensed, and then we train them for another 12 months to 2 years. Like really intense training.
Oh, wow. That's a long
across the
time.
spectrum. And then they also work in our salons and assist busy stylists to really see what it's like to be on the floor. So that's all part of the program and the culture. It's exciting. It's really cool.
Amazing. Where did that, the teaching portion come from? Has that just always been a part of you? Was there someone in your life that sort of triggered that for you because they
It's
did the same
so
for you?
interesting. I dropped out of high school, hated education. Hated education with a passion. And here I am, owning a
Teacher.
school and
Yeah.
flying around the country and teaching.
Yeah.
I think there's always been, I don't think it was education, I think there's always been an innate wanting to give back and making a difference. That's always been there for me. So I think I found my voice in giving back to the community and teaching the next generation of stylists.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
And what's the best part of doing hair for
The best
you?
part of doing hair? Instant gratification. Someone's in your chair. And the connection, I always say when I get interviewed, it's the connection with people. It's not about cutting and styling and coloring. Of course, that's important, but it's an intimate, when you're in the salon, it's an intimate connection. It's that moment in time where, your clients just tell you everything.
Yeah.
Don't you tell your hairstylist everything?
Yes, talk at the
Yes,
salon.
You just talk and
Yes,
talk,
yes.
and so I love that. And transformation. Seeing someone really transform in front of you, and somebody walking out of the salon, smiling and feeling good about themselves. I mean, how can I call that work?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's kind of my thing.
So on that
Yeah.
note, like being that you're such an established hairstylist, what are maybe your top 2-3 kind of best hairstyling tips for people? Just things that you see women doing wrong that you're like, oh, if I could grab them and
Yeah.
do something.
Well, when I sit in traffic and I see girls twirling their hair, I honk. I literally honk. I'm like, what are you doing? Because it actually breaks your hair over
Twirling?
time. Yeah, people like
Okay.
it's a nervous thing or whatever they do. That's off the topic, but that's one thing that drives me crazy. But my tip, one of my tips, when you shampoo your hair and you go and put conditioner on your hair, everybody just puts the conditioner over dripping wet hair. Well, it's not going to do anything. You know, so you're in the shower, nobody's got time. At least stand out of the running water and wring your hair out, then put your conditioner in. I mean, the best thing is to towel dry it if you have the time
Okay.
before you apply conditioner. And it doesn't matter across the board, any brand. Oil and water don't mix. Most conditioners are oil-based. So when you're putting that on dripping wet hair, it's not going to do anything, you know, and then you're like, oh, this doesn't work. This product doesn't work. So that's one of my tips.
Good to know.
Hot tool. Are you guilty? Are you
I am
guilty of
a
that?
little bit. Well, in my defense, with my afro underneath this, generally I have to sit under the dryer with a deep conditioner and all of that.
Absolutely.
So
Okay, so you get your treatment.
I get
okay,
it
good.
usually, but when I'm in a rush, I do have that.
Yeah.
Just need
Okay,
to put
good.
conditioner.
I'm guilty of
I
that.
get it.
That's
Yeah.
good to know. I'm
right,
going to
you
start.
just quickly
I'm
you
gonna
throw
start-
it on.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not doing anything. I promise you, it's not doing anything.
So towel dry it and then.
Towel dry, then apply
Put
the
it in.
conditioner.
Got it.
Leave it in
Which
for 5
makes
minutes,
total
then rinse.
sense.
Yeah. I'm totally going to do it.
It's so easy.
Thanks, Phil.
The more you know.
And then also when you're using hot tools, everybody's doing the quick hot iron, the
Yes.
flat iron, you know, just spray in when we do runway, because we have models coming with dry hair mostly, you know, a heat protector, a thermal protector.
Okay.
You have to use that before a hot tool. You know, it helps close the cuticle so you're not frying the hair with the hot tool. I see a lot of people just really work their hair with hot tools. And it takes a while to restore that hair with products. So that's one of my pet peeves / tips as well.
That's good to know.
So condition your hair and use something before you put any heat on your hair, ladies.
Love your hair, ladies.
Please.
Yeah, I
Love
need to
your
do
hair.
that.
It's your friend.
Love your hair.
Are there any specific products per se that you just think every woman needs to own?
Oh, God, the list. I have a whole list.
Extensive.
Get the
A whole
top,
list.
top.
The top, I would say, going back to what I just said about heat protector, Wella makes an incredible, it's called Thermal Image.
Okay.
It's a heat protector, also gives you some shine. You can put it on wet or dry hair.
Ooh. I'm like writing this down. Well,
Take
Wella
notes.
Thermal Image.
It's so funny because for me, I have a fashion line and everything, but I love makeup, so I know a lot about makeup. But when
Sure.
it comes to hair, I'm like I
Right.
don't. Yes, I struggle. I don't know. So I'm like, okay, this is great.
And that's actually a really good point, because I think what lacks in the salon a lot of times is we as stylists don't, I don't want to include myself because it's something I do, don't educate our clients enough on home care. It's like, here's some products,
Yeah.
go home, good luck,
And
see
you
you
look
in
all
6
pretty.
weeks.
Yeah.
You know, really breaking it down, just a few things that I gave you is so important to educate your clients. So anyway, Thermal Image is phenomenal
Okay.
by Wella. What I love for styling, which you both could use, especially, you know, when you want to fluff up your hair, is Aubrey. Have you heard of Aubrey products?
Yes.
Their dry texture spray and their Aubrey Beach. It's great if you have a day 2 and your hair gets a little flat, slightly greasy at the scalp.
Okay.
The dry texture from Aubrey is phenomenal. It sucks up that oil. It gives you instant lift.
Dry texture.
Yeah, dry texture on the roots and Aubrey Beach on the ends, especially for wavy, curly, that Victoria's Secret. It just maintains
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
all of that.
That's sex hair.
Yeah, that
Yes.
volume. And then color protection. Again, going back to Wella, they have a color shampoo, Brilliance, which is phenomenal. It's such a great price point. You know how you had all the different price
Yeah.
points? Yeah, you can do the $60 shampoos, but you can also do the $20, $15, and $20 shampoos, and they work just as well.
Yeah.
So that would be my go-to for colored hair, especially.
Okay.
The Wella Brilliance.
Nice.
There you go, ladies.
And we carry several lines in our salon.
Just go to
You
his
know.
salon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and get it all.
And what I love is we have the lower price point all the way through to, you know, the Aubrey and the expensive shampoos.
Kerastase.
And there's Kerastase we
Yeah.
have. There's something for everybody, you know. And it's not just about the price, it's about what your hair needs.
Yeah.
And I like switching my clients around. For a few months, I might have them on one product line, and I switch them to another product line.
Okay.
It's good because this is another tip. Your hair does get used to products.
Oh.
It is good to switch up your products.
Really?
So, for example, in Wella, we carry the whole Wella line. I will switch my clients within that line. You know, maybe every third appointment.
Okay.
Because your hair gets used to product, so switch it up,
Oh,
ladies.
good
right.
little tip.
Now, does your salon cater to ethnic hair also? Do you have a
absolutely.
spot? Okay.
Oh, yeah, across the
There you
board.
go, brown ladies.
Any tips for
Checking. Any
ethnic
special
hair?
tip for ethnic hair?
Across the board. What you're doing
Deep
with the deep
conditioners.
conditioning is number one. I mean, the hair breaks very, very easily. It's a
So
whole different. I actually had the opportunity in South Africa before I moved to the States to work in an African, mostly predominantly African salon, even though I did mostly Caucasian. But it just gave me insight into what you ladies have
It's
to
a
go
struggle,
through.
honey.
It's a whole.
It's a lot
different
of
animal.
work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. I have such deep respect for, you know, what you guys have to go through with your hair. But yeah, we across the board in the salon, we cater to all shapes and sizes and
All
colors.
shapes, sizes, colors, and textures.
Exactly.
Okay, good stuff.
So-
All right, say the name of the salon real quick.
yeah.
I don't think we
Oh,
heard that.
it's Studio DNA Salons,
All right.
Santa Monica and Hollywood.
Just make sure, guys.
Studio DNA Salons.
Cool.
So what are a few trends that you're seeing when it comes to hair coming up?
A lot of short. People are going short. Usually it's interesting. Just in the salons, the last, I would say, 3 to 4 weeks, clients are walking in and they like, I want to change, chop it off.
Oh, wow.
You know, you got your Michelle Williams and you got your Miley Cyrus and you got these people going really drastic. I think that's definitely influencing what clients want. Usually in the fall, people tend to, I want to grow my hair out for the winter, but we're seeing a lot of short hair. We're seeing a lot of undercuts.
What's an undercut?
You know, it's really short on one side maybe and the hair's laying over. Michelle Williams is sporting that even though hers is grown out. Like I said, again, Miley Cyrus. So we're seeing a lot of people going short. I would say you're going to see a lot of that for the fall.
I love short hair.
Right?
I love that. Love it, love it.
What about color?
Is ombre still the thing?
Ombre's still the thing. This time of year, we start seeing people going into much richer, softer. Our blondes in LA will always be our blondes, right? But even with that, we start toning them down a little bit. We may add some lowlights in it. But I think across the board, you start seeing this time of year something I like to call bron. She's not quite blonde. She's not brown. So she's a little bron in there. So when you look at her, you might for a moment think she's blonde, but it's completely toned down. You still see the dimension of the highlights. But I think that's a seasonal thing.
Okay.
We're seeing a lot of pastels.
In the hair? Yes, I've
in
seen
the hair,
that.
we're doing a lot of that. I thought it may have been a phase, you know, inspired by Hunger Games. You guys see
Staying
that?
around, yeah.
The rich city,
Oh,
all those
yeah.
colors.
Well, there's more coming out in
Yeah, in
November,
the
so
I know, I'm so excited.
Me
goodness.
too.
So excited. But yeah, typically this time of year, what we see through the fall is auburns and richer reds are coming in for sure. And rose gold. Watch out for rose gold hair.
Rose gold.
We've been doing it in the salons, and it's going to be a color that's going to be around for a while.
Ooh.
Rose gold.
That's
Rose
an
gold, I've
interesting one.
never
That sounds
seen
kind of
that.
exciting.
Rose gold. Yeah.
Yes.
It's kind of a strawberry blonde, but richer than a strawberry blonde. It's not quite red and it's not quite blonde. It's a rose gold.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I know red was really in for a while.
Red was in for a while. You
Yeah.
know, red comes and goes seasonally too. But definitely the rose gold is here to stay for a while.
Nice.
And they're fun to create.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to find me a rose gold wig.
Yeah, rose gold highlights, rose gold something.
Right?
All right, well, I think that's wraps up. Unless there's anything else that you want anyone to know or anything fun.
No, just be good to your hair.
Be good to your hair.
Love your hair as you love your skin. And,
Yes.
you know, come check us out at Studio DNA Salons. Across the
Definitely.
board, we do everything. And we have a lot of fun doing it, which is really important too.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
fun.
And I give a shout out to all my whole crew at Studio DNA Salon. And my husband. I love you guys.
Husband keeping it up.
Okay,
Awesome.
well, now we're going to go and shift gears a little bit.
Okay.
And we have a fun segment that we like to call Hot or Hot Mess.
Oh, I love it.
So, yes, with your hair and, style background, you can kind of give us your opinion on some of these lovely ladies on the red carpet.
Or not so lovely.
Or not so
Or
lovely.
not so lovely.
So first, we've got Kat Graham. Kat Graham, she's a singer. She's released an album recently, and she's also on
Vampire Diaries.
Vampire, which I love that show. And she's here at the People's One to Watch party. She's wearing a red crop top and a Joy Rich Fall 2013 black and red skirt.
Interesting. Can I leave it at interesting?
Interesting, if you like. I don't like it. But this is why. Actually, I'm actually really glad she went back to dark hair. Because I was not loving her as a blonde. I think she's much hotter as a black, dark-haired woman. Those dark eyes and whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't mind the hair makeup. I mean, she looks
Hair
good.
makeup,
She
she's
looks
beautiful.
good. It's a style, and I hope this is not a wardrobe stylist that I've worked with before. Because I do work with many, and they're very talented.
Yes. But
I don't.
we
love
all
it.
make mistakes.
We all make mistakes.
Yeah, that skirt is not the best length for her. And I don't know if it's the pose. And she always wears bad shoes.
I was going to say the shoes and the skirt makes her look a little dowdy,
Yeah.
doesn't she?
Yeah.
Yes.
That totally brings her down.
And when everybody's like wearing the little jackets as capes and not as actual jackets right now. But is that fur on like a little feather on the sleeve of that jacket? I don't know. I don't like it.
Yeah, not my fave.
Yeah.
I'm not crazy
Hot
about it
mess.
either. What I would have liked to have seen, because she's very petite, she's small,
Yes.
so the
You don't see that at all.
Tiny. No.
no,
Yeah.
and so the skirt length is awkward on
Yeah.
her.
Mm-hmm.
I think it could be kind of a cool concept. I think maybe if she would have gotten rid of the jacket, because the skirt, because now it looks like the whole outfit is kind of swallowing her up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas if she would have made, if I don't know what the crop top looks like, I don't know if it's sleeveless, it's long sleeve, or whatever it is, but if she would have done something maybe like a sleeveless crop top or something and left off the jacket, put some high heels, I think she would have looked cute.
Yeah.
And kept the accessories. But it's just the whole look together was too.
The sister and shoes have to go.
Yes,
Yeah.
please. And she wore those with that Versace dress we did a few weeks ago, like some
same
very
shoes?
similar shoes with a little tiny heel, but it was a weird, like, elfy kind of, don't understand what you're doing
It
with
makes
those
me think
shoes.
she maybe has some kind of like orthopedic foot problem or something.
Maybe.
Like, why is
Oh,
she
maybe.
wearing
That would
But, I
actually-
mean, if you're going to do the red carpet, I'm
But
sure
there's
somebody can make you a
options.
good orthopedic
I
shoe.
know.
I would hope.
Right?
There's
so.
a few more. I mean, you could get a better one in the store. That looks like those look like slippers.
Slippers.
They do.
Yeah. No, girl.
All right.
Sorry,
she's
boo.
pretty.
You're
Yeah,
gorgeous,
she's
but that's
really
a
pretty.
She's pretty.
hot
Hot
mess.
mess. Hot
Hot
mess.
mess.
All right. So up next, we've got the beautiful Kerry Washington, and she's here at the Daily Show with Jon Stewart. She's wearing a Brood Fall 2013 printed drop waist dress and Jimmy Choo pumps. All right, Aubrey, you go. What do you think?
She can't do anything wrong. I'm sorry. She cannot do anything wrong. First of all, I'm a huge fan of her show. And she is just so gorgeous and so beautiful. And I have not seen a bad picture, magazine, shoot, nothing. I think she's flawless.
I
Yeah.
love it.
It's
And I
cute.
know
It's fun.
the reason I'm laughing is because we also did a similar Victoria Beckham dress a few weeks
Yes.
ago, where she wore this blue drop waist dress. I think that was at London Fashion Week,
And
maybe.
it was
she
of
was
her
walking
own
around. It was
line,
of her
yeah.
own line, which was a similar idea as this. It was a little more voluminous. And then I saw this picture and I was just like, oh my God, that's Victoria Beckham inspired. But I love this. I love that it's mixed patterns. I freaking adore the yellow shoe and the red lip. I think she looks so cute. Do I think it's
Yeah.
the best dress in the world ever? No, but I think she's adorable in it, and it's styled amazingly, and she
Yeah.
just looks so freaking cute. I look at that and I'm like, dang, I wish I was like 5'5" and little tiny girl, because that would totally not look cute on a woman with like full body or anything.
Right.
But she's a petite, fairly petite, nice,
She rocks it.
adorable
and
woman.
I like the shoes.
God,
the,
those
the,
shoes.
the punch, the bold shoes.
Want
I like
the
the shoes.
and that lip.
What do you
Erica's
think?
like, no,
I
I,
don't-
do
I
not
just-
like
She's
that
like,
dress, because she was dying with the
Yeah.
Victoria Beckham dress.
I'm just, this is better than the Victoria Beckham dress, which is absolutely awful. But
Yeah.
this is like, I mean, I love Kerry Washington. I think she's just so good with her style and her fashion, and she's so beautiful. Yet she maintains because she's a beautiful, sexy girl, but she dresses so like with such sophistication and such style. Like
Yeah,
she
yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
she doesn't
She don't
cross
have
the
to do
line
the
of being
sex,
all the
yeah.
sexy this and that. But like, I'm just not crazy about it. I'm not crazy about it. I mean, it's
Just
cute.
the dress or the whole package?
Just the dress, because I
Dress.
love the shoes. I like her lips. I like her hair. I like I mean, she's so pretty.
Yeah.
But I'm just not crazy about the dress. I'm not. It's not a hot for me. It's not like a hot mess. It's just like a
Somewhere in between.
somewhere in between.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I
so-
give it a hot, and I
yeah.
want to find those shoes.
Whoever styles her for the show is just
Amazing. I forget the name. It's on the top of my head.
for the,
Is
for
it
the
Lynn?
show.
I don't know. I gotta watch that show. Everyone loves Scandal.
Oh,
I'm
you're not on it,
so
girl.
hot.
I'm
Get
not.
on
It
it.
is
I
so
know.
hot.
Get on
With
it.
Breaking Bad just ending, I need a new show.
There you go.
Yeah.
Catch up because it's only like a season, technically a
binge
season
watch.
and a half.
I
and you'll be
know.
like,
Binge watch
yeah,
it.
get
Yeah.
it
Binge
through.
watch. I love
Yeah,
that binge
totally
watch.
binge watch it.
That's what my husband and I do. We're all
Thank God
about
for
binge
Netflix.
watching. Yeah.
That's what we've started doing that for
we
shows.
do
Yeah.
that.
Of course.
And you're like 1 o'clock in the morning. And you're like one more.
One more. Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Oh, I came home at 11 o'clock one night.
Yeah.
He was fast asleep, and I'm like, we are waking up, and we're watching Game of Thrones. Because we were binge watching Game of Thrones.
I need a binge watch chat. I heard that was supposed
Game
to be
of Thrones
good.
is the best.
I'm
Yeah,
not
for
there on
sure.
the Games of Thrones, but
Yeah.
everyone says Scandal. And
You'll love it for no other reason other
For her
than she
style.
looks amazing
Yeah,
in that
she's
show.
impeccable.
Well, everybody is
Yeah.
pretty darn
Yeah.
well
Yeah,
dressed. in
great
the show.
styling of that
so,
show.
yeah, it's awesome.
I got to binge watch. Okay. All right. So up next, we've got Jennifer Lopez, and she's here at a 2013 HRC National Dinner in Washington, D.C., and she's wearing a Zahara Murad Fall 2013
Zahara.
couture high neck embellished dress. And also for you guys listening, once again, don't forget to go onto Instagram, BHL Fashion 411, where we have all the photos that we're talking about, so you can follow along while you're listening. Hopefully, while not you're
Check
driving.
them out. Please not while you're driving.
But follow along so you can have your own opinions and know what we're talking about too.
All right, Jennifer and your Zuhair.
Aubrey, what do you think?
She's a babe. I love the hair. I love the hair.
The low pony.
Love the low
So for you guys
pony.
listening, she's
Thick.
wearing a low ponytail and her bangs are kind
Loose
of
bangs in
loose.
the
Low
in the front.
pony.
Yeah.
She's got some height going on over the crown. I like how thick the ponytail looks. The loose pieces. It's sophisticated, but it's got a little loose sexiness to it, which I think is gorgeous. Another one, in my opinion, who, I think her hair and makeup always looks flawless.
Oh, yes.
I have to say, I don't love the dress. I don't love the dress. Heidi Klum did this on the red carpet.
Yes, we talked about
you.
her.
Yeah.
And I'm
The
not
neck.
a fan of the neck thing.
Yeah.
I think these women are so beautiful, and they've got these gorgeous necks. And I'm not a fan of the...
Yeah, and then it's like you covered up the neck, but then the lacy cut out.
Everything
you,
else
like,
is open.
Then it just didn't make any sense because part of the thing that I can find a turtleneck style sort of sexy, but part of that is the idea that maybe all you see is shoulder or you
Yeah.
don't see and
Yeah.
I feel like that just totally defeated that because you got boob cleavage, you got arms, and then you got legs going down. It's a little too busy to me from the front. When I looked at the back, I was like, oh girl, okay, she was doing it, and then it turned around and I feel like it just was doing too much because I always look at Jennifer's face because I think
So
her makeup,
Flawless.
I just be like, girl, the stories about her getting her own makeup mixed and whoever doing whatever, and I'm just like,
Skin.
you knew what you were doing, girl, because you do it perfect every time. But then I look at this and I see the dress before I see her face, and that never happens for me.
Yeah, the dress takes away from her
Yeah.
face.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't love the dress.
I like it a lot. I think it's
We're
gorgeous.
opposite ends of
It's
the
a
table here
beautiful
today.
dress.
I think it's different.
Yeah.
And,
It's definitely
And the
different, yeah.
back, I just think it's beautiful. The cutouts, like how it cutouts and you can see the leg, you can see the back. I think it's awesome and she rocks it. And I like her hair here.
Love her hair.
It is. It's kind of, it's
Especially
'cause-
the profile shot.
yeah. I mean, her profile, though, is amazing. I mean, you can't, I mean, but the thing is with this, I think she styled it really well because the dress is so much going on. And if she would have do her usual hair out
Big
all over
hair,
the place,
absolutely.
it would
Good
have been
point.
too much. It would have
Yeah,
been
yeah.
too cheesy. So
Yeah.
she toned down the hair and it really allowed the focus to be on the dress, which I think maybe is what she wanted. So I think it looks great.
The back shot is phenomenal. I think she looks great.
That's a great
from the
angle
back.
for her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that angle, the perfect cup of the butt.
J-Lo's butt, you can't forget.
And just to touch on that point, for people watching, it's you don't want the hair and the makeup and the dress to compete. So if you're going to do something like this, tone down the hair.
And when you do like a shoot, say with a celebrity or do a runway, do you work, I assume, with like the makeup and the items?
It's a team.
It's a whole thing,
it's
right?
a whole team.
Yeah.
You've got publicists, you've got wardrobe, you've got agents, you've got managers, and everybody, at the end of the day, it's what they feel the most comfortable with. But everybody has an input,
Yeah.
and you just hope it all comes together at the end. So yeah, it's a lot of people involved in a look
a
like
whole
this.
look.
Yeah, I think with her though, I think she might be pretty clear.
Oh yeah.
I think Miss J-Lo is very clear on what she wants.
Yes.
I
You
can
know?
definitely see that being
Yeah.
the case.
I love her.
Yeah. All right.
Beautiful lady.
So we've got Lucy Liu, and she's here at the Elementary 2013 Playfest panel. She's wearing a $1,300 Roberto Cavalli printed tunic dress and $300 YSL sandals. What do you guys think of Miss Lucy Liu?
I like everything from the shoes till
the
it gets to the
cape.
crazy. Yeah, till it gets to the crazy pattern.
Yeah.
And I'm disappointed with the hair.
Are you?
Again, you don't want the hair to compete with the crazy pattern on top, but
How would you like to see her hair?
I think a little sleeker and simple. Again, toning it down. So it's about the dress and what's going on over here. I just think she walked out the door and kind of pulled the top back and did it herself.
Yeah.
You know, she's gorgeous. I'm a fan of hers also, but I think the hair is just a little blah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The shoes and the leg look great. And then I go up. Is that her belly button? Because I
Oh, yeah.
feel like the dress is not fitted great. I have a
don't think
thing
it
about
is.
seeing your belly button through a dress.
So do I.
And it
Ugh.
looks like
Oh,
that.
I see what you. Yeah.
And
It-
I mean, maybe that's just the dress in a
Maybe the
bad
shadow
picture
or
or
something.
something, but it looks not right there to me. So that's when it kind of starts to fall apart. And I am not in love with whatever the pattern thing was going because it looks like a fire and then a monster right across her boobs is screaming. So I don't understand that. And I love pattern, whatever, but I think I do agree that if she was going to have that much pattern around her face and neck, that hair should have been maybe a slicker ponytail. I don't know.
Yeah, sleek hair,
Something-
beautiful lotion young,
Yeah.
just clean,
Ooh, a
and then
lotion
all
young.
Yeah.
lotion young,
Yeah.
and then all about that pattern.
All
on
about the
dress.
pattern, yeah.
Yeah, the hair's a bit of a mess.
Because it looks like the hair is like coming out of the pattern.
Exactly.
And, like, it
There's
looks
competition
crazy.
between
yeah.
that.
That's a good point. She needed more neck.
Yeah.
And less of the connection between her dark hair and that
Exactly.
the top.
Again, that's a
Yeah.
good example of hair and clothes competing.
Yeah.
You know, your eye doesn't know where to go.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's an
That's true.
interesting
Even
dress.
if she did like an updo or something higher with height.
Exactly. Keep it off the shoulders
off
and the
the
neck.
shoulders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the dress either.
No.
And when I was doing my research online, sorry, I have like something in my throat. People love this.
Yeah.
And I
Oh, they
just,
did?
yeah, and I'm like, I didn't like it.
I think it's interesting, and she likes to try it. She does pattern often and kind of thing. I just think it's a little weird, but I
Yeah.
mean, because it's like a tweed dress.
Yeah.
And then
This weird pattern.
I don't know what that pattern. And then the shape of the pattern, it looks like a grandma, like what do
Yeah,
you
it's
call
not
it,
my
like a little
favorite.
cape.
Oh, like a little throw.
Throw
Yeah.
over your
Yeah,
shoulder.
little-
Yeah.
Because to me, what it looks like, it's like there's no rhyme or reason to the outfit, and I just don't get it either.
Yeah.
I do love the shoes though.
Yeah.
So.
So,
But you're
no.
pretty
All right.
girl.
Yeah, she's gorgeous. So, all right. Next up, we've got Christina Milian in Los Angeles. She's here celebrating her mom's birthday, actually, in LA. And she's wearing a Laquan Smith Spring 2013 printed crop top and a matching skirt and hot pink heels.
I think it's cute. I think it's adorable. It's her. I love the shoes. Her hair. She's got gorgeous hair.
Yeah.
I think it's appropriate for a night out on the town like that. Again, the neck thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everything
it's really
is
in.
choking us
It's
up.
really
turtlenecks.
in. But I mean, it's cute. She's got a great body. Why not show it off?
Yeah.
I love the shoes.
Yeah.
I love the shoes.
I- of
Once
course
again,
love the
hot
shoes.
color shoes.
Yeah.
I would love a hot pink shoe and
Mm-hmm.
a platform. Stiletto is heaven.
Love her hair color.
The
I think her
color
hair
is
looks
good.
great.
She looks like she's out to party and have a good time.
Yeah.
She's cute and she looks young and fresh. And at least with the turtleneck in her case, like her shoulders are out. Like I feel like we get the skin enough so I don't feel like it's
Yeah, restricting.
Good point.
restricting and
Exactly.
strangling.
Yep.
And yeah. So
I think she's fresh and flirty and
Yeah.
cute.
yeah. I think she looks
I
cute.
think she looks so
Yeah,
cute. I
love the
love
shoes.
that. I want it. I want that little outfit. I'm like, I think
All
it's
you
Oh, you
so
could totally
little
rock
girls.
that.
Yeah.
You could totally rock
love
that.
that.
You can do that.
It's a total hot, and I love how she put it with the shoes.
Yeah.
And her hair is down and sexy and young and
She's
fresh.
next to a real fast car.
Yeah.
That's right.
And if you
Yeah, no
and,
kidding.
and these pictures are so cute. She's actually posing with her daughter too.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
She's a mom.
yeah, it was funny because she looks so young and hot and sexy, and then she has the pictures with her little
Yeah.
daughter. It's like, oh wow,
And
she's
you're
a
like,
mommy.
wait, what?
Yeah.
She's a mommy. Looks
Yeah,
like a
looks
little
so
great.
cute.
Hot mom.
So cute. All right. So last but not least, we've got Penelope Cruz, and she's here at the Counselor London photo call in a Nina Ricci $2,500 wool jacket and $800 wool pencil skirt by Nina Ricci. What do you guys think?
I think she looks phenomenal. It's so chic and classy.
So Jackie O just had my baby.
You don't love it?
I love the outfit. I
Yeah.
don't know if I'm sold on it on her. But I think she's gorgeous, and I know, like, and it's perfect, almost perfect for I just feel like the jacket was not quite fitted right for some reason, and I don't know what that is.
Right.
Because it's totally up my alley. Like, this would be, I'm like, yeah, and it's great. I know you just had the baby. Like, that's a perfect look. But for some reason, the jacket looks off to me, and I don't know what that is, and I can't even articulate it, because usually I'm like, oh, it's a little short, or it looks frumpy in the center. Like, something wasn't quite right on
You
the
don't
jacket.
love the
for me.
jacket. Yeah.
Fit-wise. But I love the outfit, and I love her.
I love her hair.
She's so
love her
sexy.
makeup.
So she
like her
did
dark eyes.
the chigan
on
on
the
the low
side.
chigan on
And not the
side.
classic, more of a looser, more
Loose,
contemporary, which she works really well.
And that dark eye.
The silhouette's great of her hair, the height that she has of her hair. It's such a perfect balance. I like her neck and her shoulders open.
Yes.
Which
love
gives
that.
her, I mean, she looks good with her hair off of her neck and shoulders. She's so gorgeous. I love the hair and makeup.
Yeah.
Love.
I'm with Courtney. I love the hair and the makeup. I'm always been a big fan of Penelope Cruz, but I'm not feeling the jacket. I feel like it fits kind of off, and it's so she's same thing too. In her case, she's so petite. The jacket's kind of cumbersome, especially in the front.
Yeah.
I like how it has the boat
The
neck,
drop show, yeah.
which is cute, but then there's just something off about that bow in the front and the way that the bottom of the jacket hits her waist. It just doesn't look like it
Too
fits
straight,
right.
maybe.
Yeah.
Too.
And she's pretty, yeah, I would think that it's probably just, I just think it needed to be fitted a little bit
Yeah.
better. Like, if they had just nipped,
The stomach, maybe.
because it's almost like they didn't know if it was going to be a A-line shape, sort of, or were they trying to give her
An
an hourglass? Like, I feel like it was not, they didn't decide
Yeah.
which way that was going, because if it was a little bit more A-line, then I would have been like, oh, that's so adorable.
Yeah, and if it was a little more hourglass.
Or a little more hourglass.
Yeah.
it
So
would
one or the
work.
other.
It's
Yes.
something, it's a little too in between for
I
me.
think that's
Yeah.
it.
That's what it is
Yeah,
to me.
that's
There
it.
we go.
You
That's
But
answered your own
I
question.
answered my own
Yes.
question. I figured it
Full
out.
circle.
But
Yes.
she's that color is bomb on
Yeah.
her,
Yeah.
and
I-
she still looks like
I think
fire.
she
I
looks
love
beautiful.
her.
Yeah.
So get it, girl. And you just had that baby like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah. It's her first baby, right?
No,
yeah.
it's the second one.
It's her second?
Second
Oh,
one,
her
yeah.
second. That's
Second
right.
one.
She popped them out pretty quick.
Right, sort of back to back.
And then bounces back to like.
Yeah.
And walking under
Just
it.
had a baby.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Get
Look
it,
at me.
girl. Love it.
All right. So that's it for the hot mess. Next, we've got Courtney and her social media roundup.
Social media roundup. So what was going on in social media this week? Let me tell you. So we all know that Miley Cyrus has been everywhere, talking and running off at the mouth and doing all kinds of stuff.
Not keeping her tongue in her
Not
face.
keeping her tongue in her
No.
face. And she had her documentary on MTV that aired this week, and she was on Matt Lauer
okay.
this week, and she went on to discuss that basically women over 40 don't have sex and aren't sexy, and lots of women over 40 had
Wow.
problems with that. So social media roundup this week is all about the sexy ladies over 40.
Oh,
So we've
nice.
got, first up, Miss Wendy Raquel Robinson is working on the game in Atlanta right now, and she is 46 years old, looking real sexy in a cutout mini dress on set.
Stunning.
She's been around for quite some time, working in the TV circuit, and she's working on the game for BET right now. And I'm like, woman, you look like you're my age, and when I get that old, I want to look that hot. So get it, Wendy Raquel. Next up, Miss Cheryl Lee Ralph, who is preparing for her Diva Simply Singing event that is happening next week, actually. And she's selling tickets to raise money for AIDS. She's been doing that for like 23 years. And Miss Cheryl Lee Ralph is 56 years old.
Whoa.
And I'm sorry, but if that's 56, I'm sure she's getting all kinds of sex, Miss Miley Cyrus.
Yes, Miley Cyrus. Give it up for the ladies over 40.
Miley Cyrus would be lucky if she looked like that.
If you look like that at 56,
Yeah.
girl, you are doing some things. And the one that we all love and adore, possibly, Miss Madonna, 55 years old. She's at the 12
Amazing.
Years a Slave premiere at the New York Film Festival this week. She's with the director here, and his name is Steve McQueen, and she was rocking all black everything and her red lip and her bombshell waves, and I thought she just looked like fire this week.
Madonna is insane with herself, like how
Everything
she looks.
is insane
Yeah,
about
her
Madonna.
body, her
I love her with the
face.
red lip too.
I do
That
too.
picture was
so-
just sick. I was like,
so hot.
Madonna, you are everything right now. And she was laced out like all black everything. Leather
Really?
pants, leather shoes, black gloves. Everything was black. She just looked like a Bond girl about to, I don't know
right?
what she's going
Take
to do in a
someone
12
out.
Years a Slave for me, but
So like Madonna, and to be where she's at, like physically, her face, her body,
Yes.
she must be every little tiny thing that she puts in her body.
she pays attention to it.
Oh, every
God.
little
Oh, yeah, she's
thing.
very aware.
I mean, it's got to be like she probably has this regimented, and not just like a normal diet, like a regimen, and like there's all these herbs and different types of combinations of foods and all these things that you can do
Yeah.
to make
It all worked.
Yeah,
honey.
make
Making
just-
it all work.
your body perform at its fullest and look at its fullest, and guarantee she's got like probably 10 doctors on speed dial that like set
Yeah,
up,
let's
you
be,
know.
let's be clear.
real.
Let's
Yeah.
be clear.
We're not confused,
But-
all of y'all out there. We know what
Yeah.
she got going on,
Yeah.
but she still looks fierce.
Yeah.
But the topic is women over 40 that are hot and sexy.
Hot
and
She is
sexy.
way over 40 and hot and
Yeah.
sexy.
Hot and sexy. She
Yeah.
is 55 and still
55.
all kinds of
Wow.
sexy.
Amazing.
All right. Next up, one of my favorites, Miss Angela Bassett, was at her premiere for. She is in the new American Horror Story Coven that premiered this week on FX, and
Love
they had
it.
a little premiere party for it. She was rocking her little leather and lace detailed dress
Mm-hmm.
with the blue eyeshadow and eyeliner, and I
Love
just
the hair.
that woman.
I love her makeup, her eye makeup.
I love her face.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
you're 55 years old. She's
flawless.
adorable, and just rocking that dress for days. So
And can we just say short hair
Is
is
so
sexy? For
I'm
all
so
the boys
glad
watching
everybody's
out
on that
there.
team. Please.
I know. But the men get so weird about women and short hair.
They
I'm
don't
like,
like
come
it.
on, we're
Men
not in the
don't-
cave ages anymore.
Men,
No,
men
we're
don't like it.
not.
Women cut their hair short, and they do it for other women and gay men.
Exactly.
It's true.
Straight men. It's funny because I've asked this question a lot, to, you
Yeah.
know, and straight men, they don't.
They prefer.
They don't like
Straight
it.
boys, I
long
still want to
hair.
drag them around the house by their hair, like
Yeah.
they're in the cave days.
Well-
short hair is sexy. We do a lot of short hair, and it's
Do you?
just sexy. And someone who wears it with confidence makes it even sexier.
And what's your opinion, since we're on this topic of
Yeah.
women over, you know,
Yeah.
40 or whatever? There's a whole idea too of, you know, at a certain age you need to cut your hair and you can't keep it long. What's your opinion on that?
It's true-ish.
Yeah.
It depends on. I mean, if you're looking at these women, you know, with the longer hair, the few images before, they still look amazing, still look sexy. But after a certain age, I would say more after 50, going into your mid 50s, shorter hair does make you look younger.
Interesting.
You know, physically, whether it's a conscious thing that we've all decided that, you know, men can be
hair is
grey, but
short.
women can't be grey because
Yeah.
they look older.
Yes.
I think it's the same thing. Shorter hair at a certain age. You know, the clients that I've been doing forever, you know, there's a point where we start talking about it's, you know, a little
time.
short, little short.
shorter.
No, it doesn't have to be that.
Yeah.
It's a little shorter, a little chicer, and it does make the difference. It really does make the difference. I would say in your mid 50s, later, if you've got
Start
hair
thinking
down
about
to
it,
here,
yeah.
it's time for a change. Yeah,
Interesting.
that's my opinion.
All right. Well, to wrap it up for our sexy ladies over 50, Miss Jessica Lange at 64 years old. She
Ageless.
was
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
interviewed on Interview Magazine with Alan Cumming, and she was styled by Vanessa Chow. And talk about sex hair,
Oh my gosh.
Right.
Jessica. Okay.
She's always had amazing hair.
Always had amazing
Yeah.
hair, still has amazing hair, amazing face. And for those of you that don't know, she's also on American Horror Story, which is what the interview was about. Check it out on Interview Magazine, which was awesome. And she talks about love and being hot and being everything that Jessica Lange is. And she is everything.
She's incredible. Yeah, incredible hair.
She's
I love these
gorgeous.
images too of her hair.
Yeah, those pictures were fantastic. So
Yeah.
check it out, guys. That's our social media roundup for
Wow,
the week.
thank you, Courtney. Yeah,
Social
women
media.
rocking it in their 40s, 50s, and beyond.
60s, yeah. She's 64.
Okay, well, that rounds up our show for this week. Thank you so much, Aubrey. You're a wonderful guest. Where can everybody find you? Your Instagram, your Twitter?
Okay, great. Instagram is Looty Pics, LOOTYPICS. Twitter is Hair Did by Aubrey. Facebook, Aubrey Lutz. salons, Studio DNA Salons. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Courtney Stewart. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Stewart Starlet.
And I'm your host, Erica Garcia Rojas. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at IamEGR. And don't forget, guys, to rate us on iTunes, 5 stars, tell your friends. #1 Fashion Weekly podcast on iTunes. So thank you so much for that.
And check us out on Instagram at BHL Fashion 411.
Woohoo! Bye.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, Dario Kristen, and the entire BHL staff, we would like to thank you for tuning in to the Black Hollywood Live Network. If you have questions or comments, tweet us at BHL Online or email us at info@blackhollywoodlive.com. For more exclusive content, visit blackhollywoodlive.com. This has been a presentation of the Black Hollywood Live Network.
Hollywood redefined.
The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.